Good morning, friends, and welcome to my third part on Lady Lazarus by Sylvia Plath. Its explanation. In my earlier lectures, I had explained the first three paragraphs of this poem and had mentioned that Sylvia Plath was used to attempting suicide, and within every 10 years, she used to manage to attempt suicide once. That is, in her 30 years of life, she attempted it thrice. The first time, it was by accident, but she took it as an attempt. Now, she even talks about herself as a living miracle and her skin as bright as an Aussie lampshade, and her right foot, as heavy as a paperweight, and her face, which was a featureless, fine dew cloth. Now, in the coming paragraphs, in paragraph 4th and 5th, she mentions, as it reads, "Peel off the napkin, O my enemy. Do I terrify? The nose, the eye pits, the full set of teeth, the sore breath will vanish in a day." Now, in these two paragraphs, Sylvia Plath tries and explains. She speaks to an unknown enemy, who is unspecified, and she says, "Please peel off the mask that is there on my face." And what do you see there? Do I terrify you? Do I scare you by the features that you see on my face? Because, as we already know, her face appears to be featureless when she attempts suicide. So this image might signify the death wish by her. And she says, "How do I appear? Do I scare you? Without my nose, the empty eye sockets that are there, and the full set of teeth, which is like a skull." And she even mentions that the smell of decay on her breath that is there will also vanish in a day. Now, here what we find is the enemy is unnamed. The image of peeling off that she mentions, it symbolizes undoing the mask of her face. It seems that she has put a mask on her face, of which she has become sick now. She wants to take off the mask to get rid of the hypocrisy that is there. Life itself has become a hypocrisy for her. Now, this image might signify a death wish by her. First, she considers herself to become a miracle and then terrible. All these because of her attempts. First, she likened her body to things, and now with skeleton imagery. So she questions what has become of her. It appears as if death seems to be terrified of her. She is no more a living creature. She just has a mask on her face. So she's been reduced to a skeleton, and she even stings. But she mentions that this stinking will vanish in just a day. Now, in the next paragraph, when she mentions, "Soon, soon the flesh, the grave cave ate, will be at home on me." Now, she is certain that her flesh will soon be restored to her face after having been sacrificed to the grave. She mentions that the skin that has decayed in her tomb when she was put there in the grave, that skin will be back on her body very soon. The grave cave is an image of the suicidal attempt that has been mentioned by her. "And I, a smiling woman, I am only 30, and like the cat, I have 9 times to die." Now she also becomes that when the skin comes back on her body after the decay, then and she becomes alive again, she'll become a smiling woman all over again, because she's only 30 years old at the moment, and right now it has only been the third attempt. Only 3 attempts she has done, but like a cat, she still has 9 times to die. Now, she mentions very clearly, even after attempting suicide, that she's that same old, smiling, identical woman as earlier. And she mentions, so why are you so curious? In a way, what we see is she's mocking at those curious people, and also says that nothing has changed in her. She has those same hands, the same skin, bone, etc. To us, what matters is, what should matter was her inner self or emotions that have changed or damaged. And that has no relevance to us or to any other person for that matter. So she asked, why have you come here? This time, the attempt of suicide was at 10 years of age, and it was merely an accident. In the next paragraph, when I see, it reads, this is number 3, what a trash to annihilate each decade. Now here she says, out of the 9 attempts that she has actually planned or thought of making as regards the suicidal attempts, it has only been the third one. So it is a shame, she said, to destroy every decade like this, and she has done it thrice. Now, what she tries to say in her is that after some time, when she comes back to normal life, she's going to lead a normal life. Just after the attempt, she behaves very abnormally, but knows that after some time, she'll become a smiling woman. The image of grave cave that we have seen earlier was an image of suicidal attempt. And the image of cat in this paragraph, we see that the image of cat dying 9 times is again a reference to mythology. She says that her attempts do not succeed. She attempted thrice in 30 years, and maybe she'll attempt it 9 times like the cat. That's all for now. And I'll be coming up with the remaining portion of this. Till then, stay tuned, like and share my videos, and subscribe the channel. Thank you and goodbye.